Okay guys, so we finished our first Helmo edit. What we want to do now is a series of Helmo edits, preferably if we can with the same sort of colour balance, so the same adjustment layers as before. I'm going to show you how to do that really quickly and just recap how to do the edit as well. So, more advanced skill. We're just going to go to View at the top, Windows at the top, Arrange, and I'm going to select Tile All vertically. Okay. Oh, sorry, Arrange. I'm going to select, instead, Float All in Windows. So then we've got our final Helmo edit already done. We've got our next Helmo edit ready to start. I'm just going to open that up a little bit more and zoom in a bit on it. And then our next file that we're going to copy and paste in. So I'm going to start by moving one adjustment layer from one image onto the next. So we're going to click on the Helmo edit we've already finished. I'm going to click on the bottom gradient map, so the red one, and I'm just going to hold the icon for it and drag it across to this image, and it will turn that image the same color red. Okay, next we're going to click on our file of the next image we're going to use an overlay. Select all again, or Control A, then Control C to copy it, Control V to paste it on. Again, we'll get rid of the white area around it using the Magic Wand tool. So click on the Magic Wand tool, click in the white area. Just going to zoom in a little bit, get that bit inside the hair. And that little bit in there. Just going to start again with the Magic Wand tool, select that part, hold down Shift, select this bit, zoom out, and select the rest of white, holding down Shift again, and then edit and cut. And just check if there's any little bits I've missed. So there's a few bits around the hair and the bottom of the cape. So zoom in again. Select that section, edit, cut. And there's a couple of bits here as well. Okay, then I'm going to zoom out. We've got a bit of a kind of fuzzy edge around some of the clipping, which we'll try and alter in a little bit if we can, if it's visible. So then I'm going to keep zooming out, Control minus, so my image is the right size, and we're going to add our second adjustment layer. So I'm going to click back on our first Helmo image, click on the top one, the blue one, and the hue and saturation one as well at the same time. So I can hold down Shift and select both. And again, I'm going to drag them across onto here. And they've already sort of applied themselves with a clipping mask to that layer below. Okay, all we need to do on this layer now is change this to screen, just like we did before. And again, we've got our two images overlaid. The key thing is, if we set our window up so it's Arrange and floats all in Windows, then we can have our two images open at the same time, and we can just drag layers from one image onto the other image. Okay, so now we're on this one, we'll just Control T, hold down Shift and resize the second portrait again. until we've got it a scale we think works. I think it'd almost be better if they're turned in opposite directions, so I'm going to try that now. So on this top layer here, I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, and Flip Horizontal. So two figures are now facing in opposite directions, and I think that's going to look better. Okay, I think that works pretty well. Control T. And we're just looking for a space where that sort of works on top of it. Okay, I'm going to add layer mask to it, and I'm going to use that just to fade out some areas of a portrait. So maybe here it's just a bit too bright. So we've done this before. I'm going to use a brush tool to make sure the hardness is all the way down. I'm going to drop the opacity and the flow on the brush so it's softer, so it only removes the second image a little bit at a time. And I'm just going to do a couple of once, hold down Shift, press again, just to lighten that side of her face so the portrait of the girl underneath comes through a little bit. Click back off the layer mask onto the layer, Control T, and I might just experiment with moving that portrait around again to see what works best. Okay, I think that works pretty good. The only problem we've got is this very kind of straight line along this edge. There's a couple of ways you could get rid of that not very good clip line. We could blur it, or we could cut a new line into it. I think we'll try and cut a new line into it. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit more. And on the layer mask now, I'm going to use the polygon lasso tool. Make sure the feather at the top here is set to 1 pixel so it's slightly softer. And I'm going to select a new line around the edge of her hair. The more points I plot, the more curved it'll be. If I just do a couple of points, it'll look like a series of straight lines, so take your time over doing anything like this. I'm going to form it round to form a loop and double click at the end. You should see it selected this area here. Now on the layer mask, if I select Edit and Fill in black, it will get rid of that bit of the image. And we've got a smoother line around that edge now. And we've got a second Helmo edit complete. Again, if you got to this stage, well done. You've used good skills and new skills as well. Great job. If you complete, then just keep doing more and more Helmo edits. The more of these edits you've got, the greater depth there is to your work, and keep experimenting with different placements of those images. Well done, guys.